You know, I got a comment yesterday on Instagram that said, y'all read into shit too much. And I said, you're getting hair all over the mic. And I said, it's July 21st, bro. Strap in. We got at least 3 more months of stuff like this. So yesterday we got 2 days ago, or yesterday, I don't remember. We got a Quentin Grimes tweet, and I am about to read into it much more than anybody should read into anything. It says, sometimes you just gotta throw on some cowboy boots. And people are, assuming he's talking about signing with the Dallas Mavericks or the San Antonio Spurs. People are saying he used to play in Dallas. Okay, I mean, I don't know what that means. Like, what? Here's the thing. First of all, before I go way too far into what I think the tweet means, okay? The new generation of TikTokers, I'm an unk status. They call me unk status, so I don't really get it that much, It is, you guys are attention whores, that's what you are. It's your generation. It's you're growing up just seeking attention every day. Like, Quentin Grimes makes TikToks, and he doesn't even do anything on the TikToks. He just shows his outfit and then smiles. And then it's like 1,000 women in the comments basically begging him to have their baby, Now, is this... You're in front of the camera. All right, enough. Now, is this just me being jealous that I could never post a 3-second video and have 1,000 women begging me to let them have my child? Maybe it's jealousy, all right? But it's just... It's a new way of communication for me, and I don't necessarily understand it, all right? And then you got subliminal tweeting, all right? So TikToks where you're not even really doing anything, just showing your outfit because thousands of women are going to like, that's deliberate ego boosting and attention seeking. And then you got subliminal tweets. Sometimes you just got to throw on cowboy boots. There's two things here. First of all, this to me is like when that girl you've been friends with on Facebook, you went to high school with, the kind of crazy one that you always knew was a little out there, when she's like fighting with her boyfriend or something, and she just starts posting on Facebook, but she doesn't actually say his name or any subject leading up to what she's talking about. She just types out like, oh yeah, you want to take my kids on Monday night and not bring them back on Tuesday? Watch what happens when I call the cops, bitch. And then people are commenting like, I hope everything's okay. Can I, let me know if you need to call me anytime, girl. That's what this sounds like to me, man. It sounds like he's having contract negotiations. They're not going the way that he wants. And he's like, I'm going to get on Twitter and say something. Also, bro, I'm not joking at all. Seriously. I'm not joking at all. I think Quentin Grimes is a great player. I think he showed last year at the end of the season that he can score on high volume at high efficiency on all 3 levels and hold his own defensively. I think he should be sought after. I don't think he's wrong for trying to get the most money he can get right now. But what grown man says out loud, sometimes you just gotta throw on some cowboy boots? What the fuck does that mean, bro? Listen, man. Y'all want to call Jared McCain the Zesty Hooper or the Zest King and talk about nail polish and things like that? Sometimes you just got... It's like a girl who broke up with her boyfriend and is going to Luke Combs concert and posts a photo from the entrance of the concert, and the caption is literally, "Sometimes you just gotta throw on some cowboy boots." I'm just saying. It's as the kids say, it's giving feminine energy. I probably shouldn't have said that. Sometimes you just gotta throw on some, bro. That's damn, man. You guys know the word I want to use. But anyway, there's the tweet. If it has anything to do with contract negotiations, or is it like, does he have a girl and they were arguing on Friday and he was like, you know what? Me and my boys are gonna go throw on some cowboy boots. We're going out tonight. We're going line dancing tonight. Talk to the hand. But if it has to do with contract negotiations and it's about Dallas or Houston or something like that, I don't care anymore. You know, I'm the one that said in the beginning of, I'm pretty sure before the season even ended, that the 76ers should sign and trade Quentin Grimes. Right when the season ended, I said it. I don't think he wants to play in Philadelphia. I think that now, because of what he did at the end of last season, he thinks that he is worthy of like being the number one option on a team. He's never made Tyrese Maxey level of money. He probably now believes that he can make that level of money, and to make that level of money, he has to go somewhere where he could be the number one option. Not that he would be the number one option in Dallas or San Antonio. Houston? No, they got Kevin Durant now. But, you know, they lacked the number one option last year with Jalen Green, but they got Kevin Durant now, so that doesn't really make sense either. I don't know what it means. You guys let me know what you think it means, or just tell me I'm reading too far into a single tweet. But I do know that saying sometimes you got to throw on some cowboy boots is very lame. I do know that. That's my take on that. What else we got? Oh, yeah. This was posted yesterday by the NBA, the Dunk Central, NBA Central. The Ben Simmons sweepstakes are heating up, and he's expected to make a decision on where he'll be taking his talents within the next week. I'm told he's probably going to make a choice in the next week. Kings, Suns, Knicks, Celtics have all been connected to him. Brian Windhorst on ESPN said, "Why are we reporting on this like he's a big-time free agent?" Bro, we're acting like this is like when LeBron James was making the decision. What are they going to have on ESPN? The Ben Simmons decision. Up next at 6 p.m. And he's going to announce live where he goes to sign a vet minimum contract. What are we doing? This guy just got done averaging 0.8 points per game and 0.8 assists per game for the Clippers in the playoffs and couldn't get on the floor. And we're talking about sweepstakes. And we're talking about where he'll take his talents. And there was another report that Ben Simmons does not want to sign for a vet minimum. Yeah, well, Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru employees don't want to work for minimum wage. The Ben Simmons stuff is wild to me. At this point, you know what it is, man, and I'm getting hip to it, and maybe it's because I'm Unk status and it took me a while to get hip to it, but I'm really seeing it now. I'm seeing it with, like, Bleacher Report posts and a lot of these betting apps that post on Instagram. They'll say things that they just know is going to get a major reaction. And so, at this point, NBA Central and NBA Centel, which is the parody page, they're almost the same thing. Because NBA Centel has mastered the algorithm, how to get reactions, how to get engagement. And now you have, not that the NBA Central is like ESPN or something, but you do have ESPN, Bleacher Report, and these pages just engagement farming. And they know if they say the Ben Simmons sweepstakes and where he'll take his talents, they know they'll get 1 million replies which pushes it through the algorithm, which gets it 1.3 million views, which in turn gets them a ton more followers, 2 million followers now, which in turn gets them paid to make advertisement posts. So I get it. It's just funny to me that the generation of parody accounts and, trolls have now become the mainstream tactic, where you have ESPN and Bleacher Report using these engagement baiting tactics just to get publicity and make ad revenue. And so the media as a whole is completely transitioning into what the fuck? Like, nothing is real. There's no real post anymore. There's no real article writing anymore. There's no... You know why I said that. There's no real journalism anymore because everything is just internet clickbait, because everybody's getting paid by ads on Twitter and YouTube as TV continues to die off. It's fucked, really. Really, the media is totally fucked, man. Sports media, all media, it's totally upside down on its head. And, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's been controlled by the wrong people for too long that could control a narrative, right? Like ESPN and Disney and things like that. So maybe it's good that this is happening to media, because now people like me somehow have thousands of people listening every day. But I think I just wanted to point that out a little bit.